Last time on The Forgotten Journey, our heroes finally made it to the magical city of Akramor. Upon entering the city, they found an amazing tavern known as Boar's Tavern and Inn. After going inside, Alexander decided to take on the house special, eating it all and claiming not only victory, but permanent free bed, food, and drink. After leaving, though, Galkin's coin purse was snatched. Galkin and Vale ran, chasing the thief on foot, while Alexander and Alucard took to the rooftops, chasing him down. In the end, it was a trusty frog that Alexander had summoned that brought the thief to a capture. After being interrogated, he took them to his old family home, where they find out about his poor financial decisions and a mysterious group called the Brotherhood who had contracted him. Alucard and Galkin followed a mysterious scent to a magic gay shop, where inside they found an even magicer and even gayer shopkeep, named Aaron. Only here for a good story, he says.
Alexander. You find yourself walking with Sham the thief down through the South Fair district, very far away from the Humcross, in a very different environment. You are met with a large quantity of markets and shops that seem to be almost luxurious. There are some butcheries even, which you can see chopping up different meats and separating their tendons from each other as they rip them apart. It's very different from how you cook, and you wouldn't really cut them that way. But, you know, rich people. It's so much better and lively than the other parts of the city you've seen so far. Alright, and this is the South Fair district. As you can see, much more lively than the Humcross where I used to live.
Yeah, and more than 5 people.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's even kids here, and no one's dying either.
We're all dying slowly, though, aren't we?
Why do you have to say things like that? Anyway, my house actually isn't far from here. All you gotta do is go down this street right here. We'll end up in the Prunk Market. It's huge. You'll love it there.
Prunk Market?
Prunk.
Yeah, that's much better. My mistake.
As Sham leads you down the street, you're met with a large open space with a fountain in the center, depicting what seems to be a man with a very long, luscious beard and a very stereotypical wizard's hat and robes. He has his arms stretched out with a wand between his fingers, and it's just beautiful, made of pure marble, not a thing of moss or dust on it. That is Akramoris, the founder and builder of the city. Legend says he once killed or did something with like a dragon thing, blew up a mountain in the process. It was wild. The stories here, though, are very far-fetched, though. I wouldn't believe it.
Wait, sorry, what was his name?
Akramoris.
So he's the guy who did that.
What are you talking about?
Not a thing. I wouldn't worry.
Should I, though?
You're probably too insignificant of a pawn to be able to worry about that. I gesture towards the statue. No shade. I'm also an insignificant pawn.
Thanks, I guess. But I believe me when I say this place is so much better during the 3rd day of the week. That's whenever the actual market square is held. People from all around Zorvale come to this market specifically to sell their goods. You can buy stuff from all across the continent in this place. Except I've actually never got the chance to because I live in the Humcross. I mean, I lived in the Humcross. I have a very luscious home in the Palasham district now.
Yes, and you'll get a job so you can actually buy from this place.
Oh yeah, of course, definitely, eventually. But, you know, as of now...
You're turning in your resume the secondary part.
I will. I promise. I promise. And actually, my home isn't too far from here. Sham leads you past the Prunk Market, all the way across this very large open space. No buildings in sight, by the way. Down the street, and you see, almost like the Hollywood street, a bunch of large homes lined up across the actual wall of the place. These homes are built into the city wall, and they are huge, stretching up to even being 5 stories tall. You see as he walks up to one of them, he sort of looks at the mailbox, sort of. Yep, this one's it. 33921. What do you think?
Seems expensive.
It is.
And unnecessary.
It was huge. You see as he gets to walk up.
Added to it.
No, it is huge.
What happened to it? A cannonball came through, destroyed the whole top 4 stories. It was a massive cannonball. Fixing up to say.
Fucking Angry Birds, man.
What the hell kind of cannon did they shoot this out of?
Wait.
They blew up that mountain, right? Yeah, one of the chunks came over here. It's been in low Earth orbit since they blew it up.
Is that the reason that this barrier exists? Is this a common occurrence? Do I need to be worried?
Yeah, this barrier ever goes down from high Earth orbit, asteroids of a long-forgotten mountain range shall rain.
Hold on, I feel like we should be taking this into a lot more serious concern than we are. 4-story cannonballs? Where are they getting this iron?
From the mountain orbit, of course. They send miners up there using the flight spell.
Can we, get rid of it?
We've been mining it, haven't we?
Are there more than one cannonball, or is it do we just
There's enough
around
iron
the
for
one?
58.
Christ! What the hell? 58? I feel like this ends war. You have one of those, you win. We were gonna go to war with Acromore, but they got the cannonball, so,
It's 232 stories worth of buildings.
But, they got the cannonball, so we just gave them our
Fortunately
land.
for us, we have a 234-story building, so they can't do anything. They're powerless.
Okay, but the surrounding 200 buildings are not that tall.
Respectfully,
Yeah.
I want to choke you out.
I'm distraught, okay?
Just learned about this. He hasn't looked up since he entered the city. He's been hurled over in pain from his injuries.
The helmet doesn't allow me to. I'm gonna turn like Batman.
Alright, so you see as
Whole
Sham,
body.
do I need to give you a pacifier?
You can certainly try.
You see as Sham begins to walk up the steps to this house as he checks his pockets wildly. Okay, it's on me somewhere. Oh, yep, right here. There's a little bugger. He pulls out a bronze key as he sticks it into the door and unlocks it. Alright, welcome to House Sham. He opens the door and you see a very, very large polished home. A lot of marble flooring, golden chandeliers, and beautifully carved out stone stairs that just go up. But something odd, you don't see any butlers, maids, or any caretakers of the house as you walk in.
Oh gee, I wonder where your money went.
Well, it was a very expensive house. I mean, come on, do you see
Where
that?
could it have all gone?
I mean, do you see that painting of that dog in a tuxedo? Do you know how much money that cost?
Why did you buy it?
Because it was funny? I mean, I had 5,000 gold. What was I going to spend that on? Necessities?
How? You couldn't... What is the economy like in this place that 5,000 gold gets you this?
Oh, it doesn't. This is a rental.
Paid for one month. A single month. in a house.
I mean, I plan to get more money to, eventually, make this like a full-time thing. I didn't think that far.
I am baffled.
Hey, I was gonna rob you guys though, so like you guys stopped that, so I would have been like what, 2,000 gold richer? So I would have been like a quarter of the way there.
He would definitely have a 15th of the gold he needed.
You would have 50 gold richer.
Like the only one in this party who actually has money.
You would have to rob 100 adventurers.
Well,
you couldn't rob one.
Anyway, I think I left the contract upstairs. So if you want to go check the room, I'll check down here. That'll be fine. We can, branch out and get more done. It might be upstairs, but I may have left it in the cellar. So I'm going to go check down there, and if you want to check up there, that'll be fine. Just don't take anything. It's all so expensive. Also, I don't own everything in this house, so if you break something, you buy it.
I'm not going to break anything. Why would you leave a contract in the cellar?
Got really drunk afterwards, so I just took it everywhere. Is there something so wrong with that? Tell me, is there anything so...
Yes.
Okay, I'm going...
Shoo. I shoo him to the cellar.
Sham walks down the cellar. You see as the door closes behind him, and you walk upstairs. You're met with a row...
No, I put a twig in the doorway so that I'll hear it if he tries to leave. I'm not getting stuck paying the rent for this place.
As you walk up these stairs, you are met with a row of doors. You don't know where they lead, but you can try opening a few. There's 3 doors on this side of the actual house. Walking across the balcony, there's another row of 3 doors.
Open 2 doors at once.
All right, you open the door to the very far end and the door in the middle. As you open, one door seems to lead to a study, and the other seems to lead to a bedroom. No bed sheets or any bed coverage here. There's barely any decorations. There's just a bed and a mannequin to hold clothes and armor. There's not even a desk in the bedroom.
Alright, passive investigation of 17 on both of these. Do I see anything immediately obvious of the contract?
Not at all.
I close both of them. I open the 3rd door.
As you open the 3rd door, you are met with a bathroom. It is beautiful. You've never seen anywhere like this before. There's what seems like carved out pot, but it's like a chair, but it has a hole in it that goes down.
I know what a toilet is. I've been around the world.
It has a portal at the bottom of it.
That's stupid. Where does it go?
No one knows.
Close the door. No, wait, it's passive investigation 17. Is the contract in there?
It doesn't seem to be. But you notice yourself in the mirror, and your white locks, they look good. And that bath you took definitely brought out the paleness of your skin.
I foof my hair in the mirror. Fabulous looking. I close the door in the bathroom. And then I open 2 more doors, because there's 6 in total.
You hear downstairs as the twig snaps. Hey!
I sprint down those stairs.
I didn't find... Whoa, what do you... I didn't find anything down there,
Why the hell are you leaving?
Because there's nothing down there. Except for all my alcohol. Except for all my alcohol.
You bought alcohol?
A bunch of it. Want to go see?
Not particularly.
Oh, I see you've been in the billiard room, right? Or the observatory?
No.
The bathroom.
Yes.
I have a bathroom?
Yes.
Oh. Oh, no.
They haven't discovered plumbing yet, though, so...
Plumbing?
I find each and every one of you insufferable. Just your whole kind. everyone.
I'm a half-elf. You're half of me. Like, what?
You live on a continent, don't you?
Actually, no, I'm an islander.
The Skyland is a chill.
No, Acromore
my boy.
is an island separated from the mainland. He literally does not live on a continent.
It is close enough.
Nope, actually 800-mile trench down, straight down in between the continents. They ain't even on the same tectonic plates.
I was about to say that they were on the same tectonic plates.
In fact, Acromore has its own tectonic plate.
Just for the sake of this argument failing.
Oh, damn. All right. Alex, you see as Sham walks over to a desk, almost trying to be stealthy where you can't see him, as you're turning around explaining the bathroom and how there's no tectonic plates here and it's stupid. You see as he's like sort of leaning like a potted plant over a little bit, and when you look towards him, he just like stops.
What you doing?
Nothing. I was just examining my flowers. It's a cactus.
Mm-hmm. Does the 17 see what he was looking at?
You notice that he wasn't looking at anything, but he was just like moving the cactus, almost like to push it over.
I see where this expensive home is going. You're breaking something so that I pay for it, don't you?
No.
I believe that. I believe it so much I'm gonna roll an insight check. I believe it so much I'm gonna roll an insight check. I believe it so much I'm gonna roll an insight check. 15.
Probably wasn't lying. I mean, he seems like a clumsy guy as it is. He might have just been examining the cactus.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what were you doing to the cactus?
I was just examining it. I mean, wait, that's a cactus?
You're not going to get me to look away again by being ignorant. It's not working again.
I think there are 3 more rooms upstairs if you want to go check. I can come with you if you're not sure of me.
I'm not at all. Still haven't gotten that job yet. Come on. I don't take my eyes off him as I back away.
You and Sham walk up the steps. I'll take the middle room. You can take this one.
Nope. I grab him.
Okay.
Open that door. I'll open these 2.
Welcome to the master bedroom.
Yeah, yada yada. 17. I say that out loud.
What does that mean?
Yeah, yada yada. And then I push him out of the way and look into the room.
As you look into the room, you don't see anything resembling a contract, but you see on the table is a picture, like a framed picture of someone who's definitely not Sham on the table. A very old man and a very old woman.
I turn very, very slowly to Sham. Sham, have you brought me into a random house?
No. This is my home.
What's with the picture?
Open up right now!
Oh.
No, not again! Please, no! Please, you have to understand. That's the Brotherhood. They're after me. They're going to kill me. Please, you have to help me.
Why are they going to kill you? I say to him while he's inside of the
Because
house.
I told you guys. They're going to kill me, so I don't tell anyone else. They're going to get rid of me. They're going to kill you too. Please, you have to help me.
What? Don't tell anyone else what?
About the contract. About me spying on Castro Rivera. Please, you have to help me.
Open up or we're gonna knock this door down.
Tell me, petty thief, do you have a coin?
A coin? No?
Whatever. Mentally flip a coin and it mentally lands on heads. Is there any good hiding spots nearby?
This place is entirely empty except for a few potted plants.
A window.
There is a window, but it's way too high up to reach.
Yeah, not for me.
The one is about 60 feet up. It's not there to look out. It's there for natural lighting.
How small is Smosh or whatever his name is?
Sham.
How small is Sham?
He's around 5'10".
Is there any? Because these are all things that I would be able to see with my eyes if I was in this situation. Is there a dresser nearby? Perhaps a 20-foot tall one?
As I've said, there is like barely any furniture in here, and there's barely any furniture in the rooms, as I mentioned before.
I'm gonna grab that man and try to get him up to that window. Like getting on the walls.
By getting on the walls? Or are you going to try to throw? Are you going to try to throw him out the window, or what?
No, get him up there with me. I'm trying to carry him. Probably unsuccessfully.
I need you to roll an athletics check with disadvantage.
Yeah, wouldn't it be flat because of my thing that you keep forgetting about constantly?
It would, yeah, it would be flat.
Fucking 4.
You try to carry Sham up this wall, but there is nothing to grab onto. Like, who would build a house out of pure marble and chisel away any kinks? There's like no grip on the wall at all, and as much as you try to jump up there or even get like a foothold, it's just too flat to get any sort of grip onto the actual wall.
Well, we're doomed. I walk over to the side of the door where they won't see me immediately when they bash it open. Come on in!
You see as this door is knocked to the ground as these 3 men begin to walk in.
Where are you?
Apollo.
Each of these men are average height. They're elven, but they are medium creatures, each of them.
What up, guards? I throw a peace sign.
Roll initiative.
13.
One of these men are going to begin to sort of outstretch his arms as if he's pulling on the string of a bow, as you see this ethereal magic begin to well up in the palm of his hand, as you see this dart expand from his fingertips out as he loosens this ethereal bowstring, and it's going to be a...
Yeah, roll with disadvantage, stupid. I'm within 5 feet.
Alright, so that will be at disadvantage. Alright, does a 15 hit?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Get shot with an ethereal dart.
You're going to take 3 points of piercing damage, magical.
I'm losing the feeling of that cake, of the burger, of the soup. I lost on my temp hit.
You see as this guard is going to use the help action for his bonus action to sort of grab you by the waist to sort of hold you back a little bit, as this next guard in initiative is going to... This guard is going to try to grapple you.
Oh dear. Hey now. Well, wait a minute. You can actually...
18.
What the hell are these card stats? Sorry, that threw me off a bit. Okay. On the initial... Sorry. Okay. On the initial roll, you can actually choose whether or not you want a dex check or a strength check. It doesn't matter because my strength is better and I'm probably not going to pass it, but it got a 12.
See as this guard grabs your hands and moves behind your back as he puts your hands together behind your back. And you feel something wrap around your wrists as you are forced to the ground onto your knees.
Ow. Police brutality.
Shut up!
Guard brutality.
Where's the other one?
Oh, he's over there. I look forward.
Where?
I'm looking at where he's at. Take a hint.
There's no one there.
Oh, there's not? Oh, he ran away.
Very coincidental, don't you think? I've never seen you around here.
Yeah. I'm an outsider.
Stand up!
That would happen.
I said stand up!
Yeah, and you're on top of me.
He-
Two of you are on top of me.
Stay out of the city. Get out.
You know what? I'm gonna try to stand up because you said that. You have got to be. This sounds so fake. This sounds so incredibly fake. I got a natural 20.
98% helium.
I got a natural 20 and stand up with two men on top of me.
You put one foot down while you're kneeling, and you just lift yourself up as these men kind of look at each other in shock.
We were going to hit you in the ribs a few times before we actually picked you up, but damn, okay.
Where y'all taking me anyway?
You asked too many questions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could get up to that window right now. I look up at the window.
You're coming with us. You better not try to run, or it will be very bad for you.
No animal handcuffs. I gesture my head towards Clevencore.
Kill them. We don't need them.
I unsummon them.
They just poof out of the air.
Was that magic? How does someone like you know summoner's magic?
Yes, a filthy outsider would never know basic magic.
You're not funny.
Why'd you laugh then?
You see as the third guard walks in, holding Sham in handcuffs.
Found the bastard.
Oh, yeah.
He was trying to get away over the
Oh,
fence.
ran.
I told you to kill them.
Excuse me?
No, you didn't. You didn't tell me that.
As these guards escort you out of the building, we are going to cut over to Alucard and Galkin.
Viewership goes up 500%.